Good morning, guys, and welcome to Dorothy Dix Park here in Raleigh, North Carolina once again. I've recently gotten a lot of views on my Matt Komo Inception video and a lot of messages asking how I actually go about taking the pictures before we head into the editing room. And so I figured I'd come out here and show you guys that. It's pretty simple, but sometimes it's really easier to just see it rather than to be told about it. So let's do this. It's gonna be a real quick video. I'm even filming this on my phone. So one of the most important things you might check out in the video is that I usually, whenever doing the inception part, I go into either a square object or a rectangular object. So first, it's very important to predetermine exactly what objects you're going to be using to make those transitions. In this case, I've got this square slide here, this little square area, as you can see. So I'm going to be using that as my point of reference. You could probably use your phone in order to take these pictures, but I find it a lot easier to do it with the lens. You're gonna need 4 sizes: 200, the 70, 35, and 16. All depending on which one of your camera lenses you like more. Personally, starting off with 200, I think personally that this is the best way to go, because then you can start off in the center and just retract from there. As you can see, I've turned on the grids, and I have the center point of the entire picture right there in the middle of that square where the transition will happen. Actually, the 200 is actually the toughest one to do, so I think it's better off to start here. So now, depending on your own preference of settings of how you want the picture to look, or whatever the look you're going for is, you can go ahead and slowly take the picture. And there's one. I actually have a remote control, which I actually forgot to bring, but you can do this manually as well. It helps definitely not move the camera or the lens at all, especially even if it's on a tripod. And so if you do have a remote or something where you can do it without touching the camera, I would probably advise to do that. So now comes the tricky part, is actually switching out the lenses. That camera over there only is f.4, and so although that it can go from 200 to 70, I will be using my 24 to 70 instead, because this one can go down to 2.8, and so the picture will come out better. So this is gonna sound a little bit crazy, but it's actually exactly what I did with the end product for the other Matt Komo Inception video. Is I basically was just really careful and switched out the lenses manually. So I don't have anyone with me to help me film this, so I'm gonna set the phone down and gonna film it third person. Gotta be real careful. There's one. I'll put this in my pocket for now. And there's 2. And then I'll make sure to set it to 70, since that is the second focal length that I'll be using. Yes, I know that wasn't the most technical thing, but gets the job done. As you can see, point 2 is also centered right there with the mid-grid line, so that means I did a good job, right? So now we just take it, and that's picture 2. Up next, I'll just switch it to the third focal length that I like, which is 35. And take it again. Of course, check to make sure it's still centered. It definitely is. Now, one more switch. My last camera lens, which is my 16 to 35. Okay, here we go again. I guess it would help out to have somebody else here with me, but most photographers can't just have friends that are willing to help them out with their projects at all times, especially because it is 7:30 in the morning. All right, last picture, still centered in there. Bingo, let's go. And that's it. Cool, and so that's actually basically, once you have those 4 photos for that one location, you just do the same thing in a bunch of different locations, and I would advise to pre-plan them, or to at least have an idea of what you want, and repeat the same steps that I just did in all those locations, as many as you want, as deep as you want the inception to go. This is it for this video. This is just meant to show you exactly how I get the pictures needed to make that effect, and I'm actually gonna link up here Ryan Nangle. Damn, I'm sorry if I'm messing that up. but he actually is going to take you into Adobe After Effects, and he'll actually show you exactly how to put them together. And that's exactly the video that I used. So I really don't need to make a video about that because his is, you know, he's the king of doing that. So just follow the link before. All I would suggest is before you go into that is that you edit the pictures and you copy and paste the settings and, you know, the color settings in Lightroom for all the pictures. That way there is no difference in pictures and those can blend in a lot better. Please keep messaging me if you have any other questions and ideas. I like putting these together based on what people want to see. So with that being said, why don't you go ahead and just waterboard that subscribe button, because I do have a lot of videos coming up. Till next time, see ya.